What's up and welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be taking you through a full day of eating, breaking down everything from ingredients to calories to macros. You'll see exactly what I eat every day as a 160-pound guy eating in a slight caloric deficit while also prioritizing optimal gut health as well as keeping these meals easy and simple to prepare. Let's get into it.
Welcome to breakfast. It is 7:20 a.m. Been up for about an hour and a half right now, and I'm just gonna have a pretty small breakfast, which is what I do. This is the same breakfast I have every day. This is 0% fat, just regular Greek yogurt with 0 additives. It's not bad if you get the higher milk fat one. I just keep track of calories and macros, so just wanted to get a little bit more like lean protein and save the calories from fat to other fats that I want to eat later. Just gonna do a banana with it as well. Wish this was a little bit more ripe, but that's fine. And then I'm gonna do about a half tablespoon of honey as well. This is just one I found at Whole Foods. Every honey tastes a little bit different. This one's got like a pretty strong, oh yeah, it's called wildflower honey. I was just gonna say it's got like a floral type taste, and I think it's really good. I'll put all the nutrition info, calories, macros on the screen somewhere here throughout the day so you can see it. All right, I'm gonna enjoy this now and I'll catch up with you soon.
It is now about 8:30 in the morning. Gonna have a cup of coffee and then go to the gym in probably like an hour. So I have this Rutamaya organic coffee. Dump it in the grinder. All right, it's about 8:30 right now. Got my coffee, finally ready to go. We're at my desk. Looking a little messy. Gotta get that squared away, but probably gonna do about 45 minutes more of work and then go to the gym. Just finishing up some tweaks on the website for my bloating supplement, Bloat Blocker. If you wanna check it out, go to blueorchardwellness.com. I'll put that up on the screen. If you're looking for something to help you out with bloating, irregular bowel movements, or just want better gut health in general, you probably haven't tried a product with these ingredients that works the way this does. So if you want to check it out, go to the website blueorchardwellness.com and let me know what you think. Back from the gym, back from the grocery store, showered. Gonna make some lunch right now. I don't even know exactly what I would call this, but I do a little bit of like a open-faced sandwich. It's not avocado toast because there's no avocado, but I do some sourdough bread. This is one from my local grocery store here, Austin, Texas. Gonna do toasted sourdough bread. We're gonna pan like over easy. We're gonna do 3 eggs, 2 big slices of bread, by the way. Gonna cook these eggs in a little bit of butter. I like this Kerrygold, not just for cooking eggs, but for everything. Gonna get the bread cooked, and then I gotta be careful, this is open. Gonna do some goat cheese down on the bread, and then gonna pan sear this chicken. So what I did with this chicken before, I've done with like most of the chicken that I cook, I'll put it in a saltwater brine, usually for like 24 hours. I like doing for mine, I call it like the half and half or quarter approach. So you do a half cup of salt in a half gallon of water. Sorry if you're not in the US, these metrics will not make sense, but you can convert them. So usually like one of the big packs of chicken, I think it's like 4 or 5 pounds, usually fits if you put it in a large bowl and do a half cup of salt, half gallon of water. Jeez, I can't remember that, but I'm gonna get this set. I'm gonna fillet this really thin because if I want to put it on a sandwich, I don't want a big thick piece of chicken on a sandwich. So I'm gonna try to get this down to like a 1/4 inch. That's gonna go on top of bread and goat cheese. Next, we're gonna go, what is next? I think egg. Put the egg on top of that next. Slice this Roma tomato up really thin. And then finally, we're gonna top it off. Got some broccoli sprouts here as well to go on top of the sandwich. So I'm gonna do that. I'll check back in with you once we're ready to eat, and I'll show you the final product. Nice and thin. All right, we're done with the tomato, so we're gonna go right into the chicken with this knife. One other thing on the brine. So the reason I like doing the brine is if you have ever cooked chicken and it just comes out really dry, especially if you're cooking a full chicken breast, especially if you're trying to bake it in the oven. Doing this approach basically eliminates that. If you keep it in there for at least 24 hours, sometime I do 48. It does taste a little bit saltier. I like to taste the salty meat. If you really don't like this approach may not be for you, but getting the texture of the food really good is important to me. So this is why I like doing this with chicken, especially chicken breast. All right, so we got this pretty thin, as you can see, ready to throw it on the skillet. All right, we are looking pretty good right now. So here's the final product. Just gonna give it a cut. So we got bread, we got goat cheese, chicken, tomato, egg topped with everything but the bagel seasoning, and then some broccoli sprouts. So many flavors from all the different ingredients. This is delicious. I'm gonna leave you for right now. Check back with you in a little while when we're having dinner. I gotta eat this, this is too good. All right, last thing for lunch, just gonna have some blueberries and then we'll see you for dinner later. All right, welcome back to the kitchen. It is now just about 6 o'clock. And what you're looking at here is not my dinner per se, but this is what's gonna be dessert. So these are my, I guess I'll call them famous sheet pan chocolate chip cookies. They did go kind of viral on Instagram, and I'm gonna get these cookies thrown into the oven, so by the time I cook and eat dinner, these have cooked and have cooled down and kind of solidified a little bit more, so I can enjoy them as part of my dessert. So these are all the ingredients that we have right here. I got all the dry ingredients on the left. The base type of flour that we use is gonna be almond flour. Collagen protein kind of gets like a little bit of a knock sometimes because people will always be like, it's not a complete type of protein. It has all the amino acids. There's 5 different types of collagen in here. And I think there's 19 out of the 20 possible amino acids in this product right here. It's also really good for the texture and consistency of the cookies. Kind of gives it that gooey type feeling. Gonna throw a little bit of just regular cinnamon in there. Here I just have some salt, baking soda, and then as for the wet ingredients, a couple eggs are gonna be going into the recipe. Coconut oil going in there. I like the flavor of it. You could also use butter, it comes out pretty well. Then I have some more of this honey that I like, pretty like liquidy type honey, same one I had for my breakfast with the Greek yogurt, and then just some vanilla extract. And then obviously final most important ingredient, semi-sweet mini chips. So this particular one, the only ingredients in here are cane sugar, unsweetened chocolate, and cocoa butter. So for the purpose of a chocolate chip, this is about as clean as you're gonna get. These are all the ingredients. I'm gonna get this all mixed together. I'll show you how it looks in the pan before we throw it in the oven, and then the final product. Just in case you're wondering too, I'm gonna throw all the links to all the recipes down in the description so you can see them. So let's get these babies cooking. All right, just took the cookies out of the oven. So this is what they look like. I'm gonna be cutting them into squares. Check back with you on these once they cool, and I have them for my dessert. All right, continuing on just to regular dinner. So this is pretty much what I eat almost every day right now for my dinner. It's really simple. I'm gonna make it basically the exact same way I normally would. So this is just a pound of 90-10 ground beef. I have a bag here. I really like these yellow baby potatoes. They're kind of like a buttery texture. So I'm just gonna cut these up into basically quarters so they can bake in the oven at about 425 degrees, get pretty crispy. I don't know how many I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna see how hungry I am. Picked up this purple cauliflower today because why not? And then I'm just gonna throw a little bit of cut up onion, probably in with the beef and some other spices for a little bit extra flavor. All right, these potatoes are about ready to go into the oven. As you can see, got them cut up here, tossed with some olive oil, salt, and thyme. And then we got the purple cauliflower here as well, tossed in a little bit of olive oil and salt, nothing else. Nothing else really needed. I'm gonna throw them in the oven shortly. All right, now for the exciting part with the cookies. Gonna cut these. This is the official cookie cutter. We just do a few of these. Probably should be cutting this on a cutting board, but I don't think I messed up my counter. Not really pressing very hard. As you can see, finished product looking good. Separates nicely, very gooey, tasty. Can't wait to eat these. A little disappointed I'm still cooking dinner, but that's what we got. All right, so we got dinner finally set. So we got ground beef with some mixed spices, some caramelized onion, purple cauliflower, those yellow potatoes roasted with the salt and thyme. Really good. I'm gonna sit down, finish this off a little later than I normally eat. It's about 7:30 right now, but that's okay. Won't be going to bed for at least a few more hours. All right, so here we got the final thing I'm gonna eat today, most likely. We got that Greek yogurt I had for breakfast with some honey, and then almond flour, collagen, chocolate chip cookies. You can kind of see how they break there. That's so good. I'm gonna sit down, finish this up.
And there you have it, a full day of eating with 3 gut-friendly meals plus a delicious dessert to optimize digestion. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, please like and subscribe to my channel for more related content. Drop a comment down below with any questions or just to share your favorite meal that makes your digestion feel amazing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.